See if this works right here. Okay. All right. So welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States, helping you secure your legal status. So now we're live on TikTok and YouTube, and we have a guest. Okay, let's go ahead and invite the first guest here. It's Mills and then AJ. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Quick question.
Sure.
I filed for my mom from August 21, 2023. Still no approval yet. But she recently got married. Can her new husband come as a
A derivative.
yeah,
Okay. Is she outside America right now?
yeah, she is. She's in England.
And who filed for it? Did you?
I did, the daughter.
Okay, got it. That's very nice of you to do that. And but in this situation, she'll have to file for her husband separately. It'd be different if it was like kids involved as opposed to a
Okay.
spouse. Okay,
Okay.
so separate. So yeah, after she becomes, which by the way, is a petition already approved at least?
No.
Ah,
That's- I don't know why it's taking so long.
and you're a citizen, right? Because that's the only way to.
I am.
Okay, great. So you can see her here on the right here
It
is
says when I checked
15.5.
recently, it says 16 months, but it should it's almost 16 months. But I think
Yeah, I mean are you referring to, did you get 16 months from where'd you get
from the
that?
website, the USCIS
Okay, got
website.
it. So yeah, mine's a little outdated. This from like
Because
a month
in
ago.
Texas, the service centers are lagging. Texas is really slow.
Yeah, we're very slow in the South. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, the processing, the processing times like kind of go up and down, up and down. They're just messing with us. Okay, so but please know, so you're definitely over a year. So if it gets to more than 15 months for you,
It's 15
contact.
months and 1 week. Next week is 15 and a half months. I'm counting.
Then you, then I was going to say you might want to contact us, schedule a meeting so you can learn about mandamus lawsuit. So the reason I mentioned about mindset earlier is because once it gets to a certain timeline in our chart, we know based on case experience if it's going to when it should be approved or at least a decision. And most people think, oh, like, oh, next week. They're going to get to it next week. Maybe, but you want to take that chance or you want to file a lawsuit to get it done sooner, right? So that's just something to consider.
Is the representative or who you go to, the senator or the representative?
Usually the congressional person, congressman or congresswoman, you can submit inquiry. They'll respond to you maybe in 30 days, like their staffer, they call it, like an assistant basically. But and some people have come back to the show and told me it worked, but that's very few. And the reason why is because a lawsuit like actually is a legal step to do something, whereas submitting like emailing inquiry or something on the congressional person's website, it can't legally force the USCIS or State Department to do something. So I hope that makes sense of difference. So yeah, contacting congressperson or senator office is more like you're wanting to say like what the hell is taking so long in the case, and they'll actually tell you not much. They'll say like, oh, it's going through background check or something, or it's reaching the next step, right? Almost the same thing you'll see on your my USCIS portal. So, but it doesn't actually like move the needle to the next step.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hope that helps. All right. Thank you. Take care. All right. Y'all have wonderful questions. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining on TikTok and YouTube. It's been a minute on YouTube. To be honest, I've been focusing a lot of time more so on TikTok, because it's a lot easier. Okay, so what's up, Jason? Welcome back. Let me answer a couple questions in the comments, and then I'll invite the next guest. All right, from Cali, Austin, Texas. Always love Austin. Love the weather in California. Even in Texas right now, it's just like weird weather. It's not gloomy. It's definitely cloudy, but at least it's not hot, I guess. Jazz, you're in Florida, moving back to CT. Yeah, that's cool. I was actually born in CT. So I guess I'm a Yankee. All right, let me answer some questions here. Thank you for joining. If you're joining for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe or follow wherever it pops up for you. I really appreciate it. So you can get the notification when I go live next time. All right. Verinder asked, how long work permit takes with VAWA? Generally, at least 6 months. I mean, if you get shorter than that time frame, that's great, but generally about 6 months. Okay. Zanat asked, how long to take process 824? It's been 2 years. Yeah. So, I mean, when I checked that about a couple weeks ago, I mean, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It just, like I mentioned earlier, it just goes up and down, but generally 824 between the service centers, it's pretty consistent, which means a hell of a long time. So, and some people don't know why they filed the 824. So usually that is like if you select a petition for the next step to be abroad, but really you need to be processing in America, and so you need to move the case back to USCIS stateside. Okay, so 824 California Service Center is 4.5 months, but I don't know what service center you're at. Maybe something else. Let me check Nebraska. Well, let me check Texas. The previous person said Texas low. So Texas 12 months, right? So Verinder or anyone else that has a case that's processing too long, and you're like, this doesn't seem right. Check in with our team. If you want to call in and ask, you can do that because we have a chart. Okay. And my team, we're not going to charge you money to just find out, like, have a decent idea, because we want you to know that there are scenarios where you likely need to file a mandamus lawsuit. I mean, I sure hope you don't have to, and you get your decision, but or interview. But most of y'all have to do something. So thank you for asking. Don't be shy. Uh, Alexia, okay, Alexia. Then we'll have a live guest. Your I-130 is taking forever. We submitted back in June 2022. Alexia, is that what you're talking about? Dang. Oh, dang. Oh, man. But that's a long time. Okay, I'm going to invite, if that's the case, and who's the sponsor, resident or U.S. citizen? And for those folks on YouTube that want to join the show, I just shared the link right there if you want to join up there. Okay, so, but yeah, I mean, generally we would file a lawsuit in that situation, Alexia. That's way too long. By the way, especially if you're on TikTok, you please do not copy and paste your questions in the comments. I'll get to them. I try my best to go in order. Okay, so it can be fair for everyone else, so I can answer the question. So we really try to streamline what we do in our law firm so we can succeed and get you your status here at Green Card Guy. So, for example, we just had a client meeting with someone who we just got their court case dismissed. Wonderful. Okay. It took a hell of a lot of advocacy that I didn't think was originally needed because the government attorney already agreed to the joint motion to dismiss in person in freaking court. But then a month later, that attorney still had not signed the daggone motion. So we just have to keep weekly contacting them. And so if you have an attorney already, I sure hope they're doing some kind of advocacy similar to that. Now, that is for court. I'm not talking about for USCIS. USCIS does not want an inquiry from us every single week. In fact, they don't allow it. They restrict it. Okay, so it doesn't work in the same fashion. But the reason I'm sharing a success story for this about the court dismissal and our workflow, timing wise, that happened. His court date was supposed to be 2 days ago, but we got the order last week, like on a Thursday. So it's like really down to the wire. Okay. And we're trying to prevent a situation having to charge a client X amount to go up to, whichever city it was. I'm trying not to reveal everything here. Um, but yeah, that's a travel cost, trying to prevent having to charge for that because we know we got to get the shit done sooner than later. So, similar to us here on TikTok, you can see that phrase, take action, even if you're representing yourself. I get it. Budget can be a difference for everyone. But if you're going to hire an attorney, you need to understand these scenarios so you feel comfortable. Sometimes you'll be able to find that in our 350 plus 5-star reviews, but some people they don't in the reviews they don't talk about that, right? So that's why I wanted to share that now because the next step for this client is to reopen the administratively closed case of the 485 because that is a mechanism, the next pathway on the path to get legal status. Okay. All right. So I'm going to invite the next guest here on TikTok, and then I see Joseph on YouTube. I think AJ was next on TikTok. All right. Thank you for everyone for your patience. What's going on, AJ? You're on.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Great. Thanks for joining. How can I help you?
Yeah, I have a question for you, sir, today. The lawyer says from TikTok say that you cannot adjust your status for within 90 days. But I have seen the US, I see whatever they say you will be able to change within 90 days. So who's right and who's wrong here?
Which TikTok lawyer is more correct, I guess? Okay, so are you referring to when you say?
I mean, a lot of lawyers.
Oh, yeah. When you say do you say adjust status or change status? What are you trying to file? I just want to clarify that part. Adjustment of status for the green card? Okay, looks like his signal is a bit low and red, so that's my assumption. That's what he's asking. So yes,
my wife actually filed for me I-130 for April 2024.
Okay.
But we don't have a response. Like we just only have a receipt so far.
Mm-hmm. What about biometrics?
Now I'm in USA, right?
Okay.
So my wife suggested that we should adjust it for I like 485, something like that. So when I searched it, all the TikToker lawyers saying that you have to wait for 90 days. After 90 days, you will be able to apply. But I don't think USA or like the USA immigration doesn't follow that rule. So I kind of confused, like which one is,
You know what it is?
Like,
so we
is
absolutely
it USA, like the immigration is right or like the lawyer is like that?
Yeah, so in this situation, there's no like what we call hard and fast rule. There's no black and white information of saying you need to wait 90 days. The reason why some attorneys mention wait 90 days is more about the intent when you entered America. So it sounds like what happened, your wife filed a petition earlier this year in April, okay? And then you were outside America at that time. You came here on a B1, B2 or something, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, and then so now you want to adjust status with legal entry. Is your spouse a citizen? Just to make sure. Okay, assuming.
Yes, I guess no,
Okay, well, assuming she's a citizen, and
my
then
sister,
oh,
and then yeah.
okay, it looks
And
like
then she said, okay, why do you want to go back to Canada? Why don't you stay with me? She's kind of pressuring on me on that particular issue. So when I searched it, like 90 days, it's very hard somebody not working 90 days. And you know what I mean? I still have a job in Canada, I'm kind of confused. So when I search it, before I respond to her, I'm kind of confused,
I'm sorry, respond to who? Your spouse or your lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean,
uh-huh. You can respond me like that.
So your audio is breaking up every once in a while, but I think I understand what you're trying to say. So in general, you can file. It doesn't have to wait 90 days. Your spouse already filed the petition at this point. So now,
Yes.
so now I wouldn't say like, oh, you enter America yesterday, so now file. Of course, it sounds like it's been a couple months anyway. But as long as you built up that evidence now, so now that you're in America, you have to have a joint bank account. But your concern is really the 90 days. As long as you have a proper, truthful story on that you did not intend to adjust status when you entered America, but plans changed. If you feel me, you hear what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
not saying to lie, but plans can change, right? You got to tell the truth. Like maybe it's just easier to live in America now with your partner. So that's just something to consider if there's an interview. Which with President Trump, I do expect interviews to resume. Which they're not bad. It's just that you need a lawyer, a law firm that can prepare you for the interview. Apparently, some don't prepare you for the interview, which is kind of wild. I feel like that's part of the service, but
Mm.
hopefully that helps give you some context. But it sounds like maybe you might have some more questions. But this TikTok, this social media, so we got to get on to the next guest. Okay, contact us if you
All
have
right.
another question. All right, or join the
Oh,
show
all
next
right.
time. Thank you, AJ.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Trying to be as mindful as possible for others. And so now we have Joseph. Welcome, Joseph, on YouTube.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for your question here.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you so much for everything you have been doing. Please, I have quick three questions, and all the three questions based on one. First of all, you guys represent someone that is already filed that want to change his lawyer on VAWA.
Yes, we're happy to help. It doesn't have to be just like at the very beginning. We can't help in the middle, I guess you could say, or new
Okay,
strategy. So I
okay,
see your comment on the YouTube chat here.
yeah.
Um, you
And
currently
somebody,
currently have a court case.
no, it's already not me. It's my friend.
Oh, your friend.
It's already counsel, permanent counsel on the court. Then after that, he marry and the marriage is not going and ending in the vow. Now he have um paro documents and working authorization, which is 5 years, 5 years.
Right.
So the question is that can he travel out of the country or not?
Um, well, if he's what happened to the asylum case? You said dismissed. You could
Yeah,
travel with
he
advance parole,
dismissed.
got dismissed from
Yeah.
court. But if your friend has a truthful claim, what we call credible claim for asylum,
Mhm.
then he needs to refile it to USCIS in the meantime, because you want to
Yeah,
prevent
he
civil conversion.
refiled with the lawyer that do the cancellation, but the lawyer, I think the lawyer he does not do the proper work because according to what I heard later, after rejecting of the application 4 times, and October this year, they finally said you don't have case with us on the asylum, but
Okay.
now they give him on the VAWA, the working authorization and parole document.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I just want to, when people have the possible opportunity to have more than one pathway, we want
Mm-hmm.
to try to preserve those pathways as long as possible. So, but yeah, if he needs help to represent him for the VAWA the rest of the way, we can help with that. That was your first question.
Yeah.
And yes, he can travel. Your friend can travel outside America. It's just that, if he's trying to continue the asylum again,
Mhm.
of
No,
course, don't go
he
to
don't
that.
wanted to continue the asylum. He just wanted to stay on the VAWA.
Okay. Yeah, then he can travel with the valid advance parole as long as no arrest.
Oh,
That's
okay.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And please have your friend subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's get to let me answer a couple comments here and then invite the next guest that's on TikTok. I think that's Verinder. I wish there was like an easier way to scroll here on TikTok. Kathy, can you get can you get a green card if you had 2 illegal entries? Yes, it's possible. It is possible. T visa or U visa. Okay. You have to apply for a waiver. Okay. I think that's the form I-192. There's a bunch of different forms. I-192 is a waiver, non-immigrant visa waiver that goes along, filed along with the U visa or T visa. Now, T visa is It's called trafficking visa, but it's not just smuggling people in. It's not just sex trafficking. It's also for labor, for your from your work, your mistreatment at work, your unpaid wages at work. Maybe you get paid your normal 9 to 5 job or 8 to 5 job, like your W-2, your normal pay stub. But what about your overtime? Have you thought about that? You might want to check your pay stubs. We have referral network of employment attorneys that can help you with that part to get your money. But in terms of immigration, that is also qualified for T visa. Okay, T visa. So most attorneys don't ask questions about this because they might not even know about it, right? So that's another option. That is the opportunity. So you might want to consider scheduling a meeting with us, whether it's option one or option two in our link. Something is messing up. Something's wrong with my voice today. All right, so let's see here. Next guest, Verinder. Hello, Verinder. You're on. I think almost. Still processing. In the meantime, go ahead and tap the screen if you don't mind. Just tap it like 5 times before you fall asleep, before I bore you. Just tap it. I mean, you're tapping your phone all day anyway, texting away. Let's see. All right. Well, Verender's thing's taking a while. Maybe it's his internet, but in the meantime, see a comment here on YouTube. NS asks, hey, John, if you're an asylee applying for 45, re-enter US, do you need advanced parole or refugee travel doc? Well, in this situation, it is for the need to apply for advanced parole. Okay, not refugee travel doc. It's a bit different, same application, but a bit different in terms of the basis, what your classification you select. Okay, hopefully that helps. Okay, okay, Verender's thing didn't work out. Maybe it's their internet. Now we got Janelle Renee. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Still processing. Hello.
Hi, so I'm over 21. I actually live outside of the US. My mom filed an I-130 in October 2020. That's when they received the documents. And then February 2022, they said that the case was being actively reviewed. At the time when she put in these documents, she was a green card holder. She's now a citizen. From time to time, I will come in the state on a work permit. Is there any way that we can adjust the status while I'm here on that work permit?
Please clarify what everything you filed so far. 485.
Just the I-130.
Okay, but I think you said you're abroad, right? Or you're here in America.
I'm in America right now on a work permit.
Okay, and who filed
So
for you?
I'm on an H-2B visa right now,
Oh,
but my
okay.
mom filed the I-130.
Yeah, so that's not gonna. Oh yeah. You're on H-2B, so you have a non-immigrant visa, so that's good. Then let me pull up the visa bulletin, and you filed. I think you said like April 2022.
No, she filed October 2020. That's when they received the document, and then February 2022, the case was being actively reviewed.
Okay. Yeah, whatever it says, my USCIS doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. But in terms of looking at the priority dates here, have you heard about the visa bulletin?
No. But I'm also over 21.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing it's gonna take like 10 years.
Yeah.
I kind of don't have 10 years.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to get married someday, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, so the good thing is you're here on a visa right now. Most people are not while they have this ongoing. But so the thing is, the first thing I think about, sorry, it takes me a while to figure out because everyone has a different scenario. So you can't file a 485 application until your priority date shows up on the visa bulletin. So So if you email us, we can send you, or DM, we can send you actually email's better. It'd be easier. So we can send you the video that talks about the visa bulletin. I recorded about it yesterday, but it was like a 5-minute video, so it's kind of long. But your mom filed in 2020, and is your mom a citizen or resident?
When she filed, she was a resident. She's a citizen now.
So that would be F1 category. So keep that in mind. Right now, they're working on cases October 2015. So you got roughly about 4 to 5 years before you can file the 485 application, which means if you need, essentially, if you want to stay in America, you need to continue on the H-2B, keep renewing it if possible, which is supposed to be temporary, or file a different non-immigrant visa. Maybe you have something in your resume that we could talk about, not on a show, but in a meeting, to consider other strategy so you can stay here. Okay.
Yeah, because I do have a bachelor's of science degree too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, that can start the conversation. So when you click the LINK in my BIO, upload your resume if you can, or email it later. Okay.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye. So those are examples. We really want to help share those kind of pointers because, man, thank goodness she did not. She has a non-immigrant visa right now in America, but most people who either have their parent, their sibling file for them, most people already overstayed their visa. So if we can prevent that from happening in the first place, this is why we're here at the Immigration Problem Solvers, here live to answer your questions. Okay. Want to avoid those kind of scenarios. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna mess. I got multitask answering a question to a team member. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much for your questions, your trust. I gotta. Does an iPad does the app on the iPad allow you to go like see the screen, like go live? Because I could see the questions much better. I need to try that one day. Jazz, I see you asked. You said you feel like you need a new lawyer. Why? What happened? You haven't heard from yours in 3 weeks? Yo, like we really try our best and email replies like within 24 hours, but sometimes we stress ourselves out to reply back in like 1 to 2 hours. I have to tell my team, like, you gotta chill out, yo. Like, I know we want to reply to clients, but we have a lot of clients, right? Like, we want to pace ourselves, and we have cases to review, cases to file. So we do, other than that. So I'm trying to share with you that we have really great team members that want to be responsive to y'all. But I actually had to slow them down because a couple of them mentioned that they're being, it can be stressful. We want to provide you the accurate information in a timely manner. But you haven't heard from yours in 3 weeks? That's not good. It shouldn't be as difficult to contact your lawyer, get a response. Um, uh, yeah, it shouldn't take that long to get a response from an attorney. See, look at that freaking multitasking. Okay, let's see. Back to the show. Hey, Jahoni D, good to see you. Joseph, I'm not able to share the exact fee on on these platforms because they might like block me or something. So, but we do have a link down below. It should show up LINK in the description box in YouTube and also on TikTok in the BIO. Okay, so it'll mention there. Now, please note, option 1 is to meet with one of our client care specialists. Okay. And that only costs this much. It's easier for me to tell you because it's only on one hand. This much to verify that we can even help you. Like some people, most law firms, you got to pay 3 digits just to find out if they can help you. Okay, we charge this much. So not that bad, right? But if you want to speak directly with an attorney, we do provide access to attorney, but it does come at 3 digits, okay? Because most of our attorney's time is to prepare and conduct due diligence, quality control on your case before it's filed, okay? And to be responsive if there's a request for evidence. All right. What? Josh, you paid in full? Veronica, you paid in full? They don't take your calls. I gotta, if you don't mind, I gotta screenshot this and share this with my team. That is nuts. Okay, here's the other thing. We have about 3 to 5 team members, depending on the day when they're on vacation or out enjoying their lives, to answer the phone. But please know this: we actually are more innovative compared to many law firms. I've spoken at conferences about this. Like, we have a link to our calendar to meet with the legal team, the attorneys, and what we call client advocates, aka paralegals. Okay, you can self-schedule. Okay, some attorneys freak out. They're like, they can schedule you with you at any time. Yeah, but of course, it's not literally every day, every hour. We do have block schedule, of course, but lawyers are scared. Okay, here's the other thing we do. You can actually email us, and we respond. We try our best to respond in 24 to 48 hours. Okay, and sometimes it happens in 2 hours. And then the other thing is, worst case scenario, option number 3 essentially is you can submit a support ticket. When you become a client, we give you a special link that goes to our website that's only for clients. That's right. Special invitation, so you know all these different customer support tools, because it's ridiculous that you can't even get a hold of your own attorney or a law firm, at least. Damn, I feel bad for y'all. Let me know how I can help. What? What? 8 months? That is wild. I feel like y'all should join a live show and share more about this. Now we're gonna invite Noe me on TikTok. Okay. Okay. What's up? How can I help you?
Hi, so I've
Oh, what is TikTok doing? Oh, there, you're back. Okay, you're back.
sorry. And so I just had a question about the application I-485,
Okay.
specifically to do with the April 1991.
Okay.
Because I have DACA. I obtained it in 2013, so I was 23 years old. So I'm just wondering if that would make me inadmissible to obtaining a green card.
Okay, so it sounds like you got it in 2023, or when you were 23 years old?
23 years, yeah.
Okay, so you potentially it sounds like you may have unlawful presence from 18 years old to 23.
Yes.
So about 5 years. Okay. But do you have a sponsor?
Yes, my husband.
Okay, wonderful. Thank goodness for him. So is he a U.S. citizen?
He is.
Even better. So, and now that you have DACA, do you remember how you entered America? With a visa?
Without inspection.
Without inspection. Okay, which is
But
typical.
I did advance parole this year.
Okay.
So
did you travel yet and come back?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay. So we're checking off all the boxes for you right now. Okay. So that 5 years, 18 to 23 years old, doesn't matter anymore. Okay. Because
Okay.
now that you have legal entry with that stamp, right? And then you are married to a U.S. citizen. Those are the 2 big ticket items to check off. And now we can prepare all the forms, I-130, 45, for example, to do everything in America. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I answered yes, I would still qualify?
Yes to which question?
To both of them, because they're kind of both confusing, because one is, okay, it's been more than 180 days. And then for that second part, it was after 2 years, or have you departed? Does advance parole, does that apply to advance parole?
Sorry, I'm pulling up my, I can't necessarily walk you through the whole thing, but let me see if I can pull up the 485 application. That's what you're referring to, right? 485?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. What page number is that on? Do you know?
15.
Okay, so yes. So yeah, by the way, I have on YouTube, and I think TikTok allows me to do like a special membership thing. Really not trying to charge all money, but for these kind of questions, I'm thinking about having like a different group to answer these questions. Page 15. So if you're interested in that, please press the number 1 so I can tell my marketing team, because this could take a little bit longer, but page 15. And which number?
I believe it's I'm not sure, 48A and 48B, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna try to share this. Okay, 40A and 48B. Okay, I'm sharing this on YouTube, but it doesn't allow me on TikTok, of course. So let me scroll back down. Yeah, it's a bunch of ridiculous background questions. Okay, so for anyone that's now just joining, this is the 485 application. Typically now, of course, have to share caution disclaimers. This is information purpose only. This is not legal advice, but take it for what you will, okay? But this is what part of our representation. Okay, we're on page 12, 48A and 48B.
I'm sorry, no, it's page 15. It's
Oh,
right
sorry.
at the top. I don't remember the question. I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, okay, I think you're talking about 78A and 78B. So since
Yes.
April 1st, 1997, have you been unlawfully present in the United States? So you can check mark no, because you did leave, but it was with advanced parole. So for more than 108 days, but less than a year, and then departed the U.S. So actually, So yeah, you would check mark yes, but then where there's a addendum section down below, like the last page, it gives you some lines, spaces. You put in there, this page number, this question number said that you entered with advanced parole. Okay, or I mean you left and came back with advanced parole, and you provide them the date. Okay.
Okay.
And of course, so it's I know it seems like a weird situation because yes, you have some unlawful presence, but you at least you left with advanced parole, so it's almost like a loophole, I guess. And
Yeah,
then
I just wanted to know
mhm.
because, I mean, if it's going to be an automatic no, then I'd rather not.
So there's many people in your scenario, your facts that but yeah, this is why it's better to, of course, have counsel, so have attorney to walk you through more of these questions. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a lawyer ready?
I don't.
Okay. Well, check out our Google reviews.
Okay.
If you are interested. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for
Okay,
joining.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care. Alrighty. But like there's in her situation, many people have this concern because it is like, well, technically, I do have some time unlawful presence. You need an attorney. Like I'm asking a question right now, right? But you need a law firm that can walk you through most of these questions because some of these can be tricky, right? There's even one here. Okay, I'm still sharing on YouTube. There's one here that says about criminal history, something about essentially I can't find it right now, but something about like have you committed a crime, but you got away with it? Like, no, I'm not gonna tell you that. What kind of nonsense is that, USCIS? Come on. So I know some of attorneys will tell you always tell the truth, but like you need to have an attorney to walk you through these steps so you don't do the wrong thing. And just a little heads up, like number 72 here, I should record a video about this because I want to answer y'all's questions also. Oh shoot, I gotta go in 5 minutes. Okay, we've got a 5 minute timer here. Um, there's one about number 72. Have you ever falsely claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way? Like, who in the right mind would check mark yes? But I don't know if you don't have an attorney. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get back to y'all's questions. All right. Let me answer. Oh, about to take myself off the screen. You're welcome, Jess. Happy to help. Chai Liu, for K1 visa, how long does it take to get an NOA2? You mean approval notice? Honestly, I don't keep track NOA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just know receipt notice, biometrics notice, and approval notice. So I know in the blogs they put the numbers, but it's too many acronyms to follow. So I'm assuming you mean approval notice. You got receipt notice July 10th last year, so 2023. Yeah, it's taking a long time to get the approval notice. So right. So if it's been at least 15 freaking months, which I guess it is about that long time for you, Chai, you might want to consider mandamus lawsuit, right? So the blogs, what you see online, will mostly say historically, the fiance petition, the I-129F, has been faster for decision than the marriage pathway, right? But that is no longer the case. It hasn't been like that for a couple of years. So, not trying to give Chai or anyone else in this situation um, give y'all a hard time because y'all didn't know this. But this is why having an attorney on your side is helpful. It's not just about typing in your information in the forms. In fact, I will tell you all this story is that I can recall at least one client that on one of the applications put their child's date of birth wrong. That's typically not what we do to cross-reference dates and things like that from like the birth certificate, but we caught that sucker before we filed it. And you never know when it could be problematic. It shouldn't be. But look, it's not necessarily just filling out the form. It is legal strategy, okay? And especially with Trump taking office January 20th, it is like literally constantly updating y'all because something's going to change. Like, if not every week, almost like every month. That's just the way he operates in his head. Oh my God, someone put the wrong dates. Goodness. Jazz, is it possible to sue a lawyer you have a contract with? You've been wondering? Well, I don't know if I would go so far as to say sue your attorney unless they have done something wrong. The only fact you've shared with me so far, Jess, is that you haven't been able to get in contact with them or they haven't responded to you. That's not a cause of action. If they did something to where it's that would negatively impact your case, like for example, you couldn't get legal status anymore, but before you hired that person, you were on paper supposed to be able to, you were eligible, then maybe that's an example. Um, But I've had one of my friends and colleagues in the same office. They've actually sued immigration lawyers, a law firm, because yeah, they did the wrong thing. The couple were married to a U.S. citizen, or the person was married to a U.S. citizen and eligible for adjustment of status, but for some reason they filed an asylum application. That made no sense. Like, that is immigration 101, and y'all could probably teach that too. So it's just really strange. Um, it's very frustrating. Let me get Digital Missy on, and she'll be my last guest for today. What's going on?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. So to start it with, my grandparents petitioned me under my mom's.
Okay.
So my grandparents petitioned my mom, and then I'm the youngest of three, and my older siblings, they overaged by the time, everything got processed, which was in 2015.
Okay.
And we are debating with is there a way to make an appeal from all those years from them being overage, or do we just have to go, start a whole new case, start a new application for them?
Who you talking about overage? Your siblings?
Yeah, I'm the younger. So
And
they're
who
like,
filed? It sounds like it's like your aunt or uncle. Is that what you mean?
and by the time we're ready to, like,
Okay.
my grandma. So my grandma petitioned my mom, and we're like I think the derivative.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. So
And
how
I'm the
far?
youngest, so
How far along is the case? Like, did your mom have the green card yet?
we're both citizens now. So it's just really a matter of what's the best step to, like,
Oh, you're both citizens
kind
now.
of
Okay.
move
So
from this.
yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So in this scenario, like if it was a little bit different, like you're still in the process of getting your green card, your residency, then we could try to argue if it made sense with it's based on a formula for the age out formula, but now that's been kind of long gone. Then yeah, then it's your mom filing petition for your siblings.
Mhm.
I-130. Okay, and that
Okay, and
it's gonna be a long wait time, but it's
Go ahead,
still
sorry.
faster than you filing for them. Hmm.
right. And my siblings back home, they kind of just gave up on that idea. So they've been trying to get, like, just to visit here.
Yeah.
And my sister just recently had, like, an interview from the embassy in the Philippines,
Okay.
and she was told she got rejected, and she
Yeah.
was told that there was still, like, a file from them when they were supposed to be here at the
Mhm.
time that we had the application.
Mhm.
So, like, is there a way to, like, does that stay on the system forever? That, like, even for them to visit, they can't make it. Like, is there?
Yeah, I mean that's tough. So the other, yeah, it's gonna be there forever, but that's so
Mm,
it's not intended to be a negative thing, but that's even more reason why your siblings would need like more proof that they own something, that bank accounts in the Philippines, so they
yeah.
have no reason to leave, or they
Right.
have reason
Yeah.
to come
Yeah.
back. But
Mhm.
so the alternative is like, for example, if they have a business and maybe they want to transfer their business, not transfer, but like open an office in America,
Right.
then that's be like L visa. So it usually when there's a family preference case, a category like for your siblings, the faster way is through employment, which could be their own job. And they might not even have a company created now, but you can start now and just like strategize for the near future, essentially.
Mhm.
So there's options. It just depends on how much money you want to spend. So it's not necessarily like you need to spend 50,000 or 100,000. There are other options that are
Mhm.
cheaper, but just something to consider. Okay. So we
Okay.
have option number 3. Okay, that's more like a webinar. So select the one
Mhm.
I think is like employment or something, and that's
Okay.
free. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
All right, so I see a couple. There's a lot of questions. Thank you so much. Um, Let me answer. I think 2 for now, but please go ahead. There's an opportunity. Go ahead and follow before I hop off. Follow on your respective channels so you get the notification for the next live show. Johanna D said your wife is a U.S. citizen. Filed for you in August 23. Got approved a day ago. Wow, look at that. I haven't been on YouTube in a while, and now you mentioned you got approved. At least for step number 1. Okay, but she didn't file the 485. Well, I've been thinking you're outside America. So if you're outside America, then that's the reason not to file a 485. Are you in America now, Johanna D? I thought you were like Jamaica or something. I have decent memory. Thanks for always showing up when I go live. Um, no, it does not cause problems. If you're in America now and you already have petition pending or approved now, you can still file it now. It's not a negative thing to file later. Juan Torres, can I get rid of a final order removal? I wish I had the magical powers to just like, phew. I don't know. I'm thinking like my son, my 3-year-old son. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, so no, seriously, I wish I did have the power to like just like evaporate these the removal orders. So you did a motion to reopen at immigration court, got denied. Yeah, those are tough. You have to have very specific, be eligible for something to get it reopened. Um, Juan Torres, we can look at it to see if it's even a possibility to reopen. So look, there's deadlines to reopen. There's something called motion to reopen in sua sponte, meaning reopen at any time, but typically there's a deadline of 30 days. But there's like if you didn't know about your prior court date and that was a date that you got order removed and in absentia, meaning you weren't there, but you didn't know about that court date, then that can be filed. That motion reopen can be filed anytime. Okay, so we would need a declaration, affidavit letter signed by you and notarized or under penalties of perjury. So Johanna D, you're in Jamaica. That's what I thought. So for you, you don't have to file. If anyone has a consular processing case, you don't file a 485. That's only if the beneficiary immigrant is in the United States. Okay, so Johanna D, I think you may have asked about requesting some videos about like consular processing. That's on my list. I talked to my marketing team. They're like, John, you've been promising all these videos. So we're gonna get some of these going in December and for 2025. That's my New Year's resolution for y'all. Okay. So thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe down below or go to my website. Click on, so I'm not supposed to say that. Go to my BIO, go under description box to get all the info you need to do the next step. Because what you need to do, by the way, one more thing. We are not afraid of the orange man. Okay. I got to say it out loud because there's been some people that have called us. I just got notified someone is going to sign up with us because we are taking action. Some of the attorney told them to wait 4 years after Trump is out. That is ridiculous. We don't got time for that. Your kids don't have time for that. If they want to go to freaking Disney cruise, you got to take action, y'all. My God, they're like, my kids are like getting my arm, like, come on, Dad, let's go a freaking cruise. I don't know how they know about this, but man. Anyways, thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Take care. Peace. Follow.